On behalf of Lambda Legal, I am thrilled to present the National Liberty Award to Javier Muñoz.
First and foremost, thank you to Lambda Legal for this immense honor. Tonight means a great deal to me and is only made greater by the "someone please pinch me" feeling of being here alongside a personal hero of mine, Mr. Larry Kramer. In 2002, I was living in San Francisco. I routinely went for testing about every 6 months, whether or not I was in a relationship. That was my routine. July 2nd, 2002, the test results came back positive for HIV. Well, I was also in a relationship at the time. And this test result uncovered a truth that my partner had been hiding. He was, in fact, HIV positive, and he had not told me. It would take me several years before finally being able to forgive him, which I did. But my immediate response was to leave San Francisco and head back home here to New York City. It took about 6 months with assistance to find health insurance and a doctor. At that point, with everything situated, I felt I could share my status with my parents. And I'm very fortunate to have had their support in reaction. And so 3 years after that, I made the commitment to myself to live openly with my status. The strength to make that decision to live openly was rooted in anger and frustration at the way people changed towards me when they learned of my status. The judgment was harsh, it was cold, it was often hypocritical, and most of the time just downright cruel. And I began to understand why my partner in San Francisco had been silent about his status. I was learning just how powerful the stigma surrounding HIV was. The stigma associated with being gay and HIV positive could have crushed me if I let it. It could have overpowered me into silence, into denial, to not seek treatment and the medical care that I needed. And for many, still, stigma prevents them from testing. In 2017, if you are a human being who has sex, there is no excuse for you to not know everything there is about transmission and protection. And getting tested should be as regular as your physical, if not more so, but it isn't. It isn't. And that's because stigma still has power after all this time. I discovered this quote back then, and I still adhere to it now. Never accept anything less than you deserve. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. So I chose to live openly with my HIV status and my sexuality, to teach my generation how to treat me and people like me. To bring HIV out from under the shadow of shame and into the light of pride and empowerment, in the hopes that if people see what I do on stage night after night and know that I am HIV positive, that visibility could change perception and fears might be quelled, and maybe that might help starve stigma to death. Right now, more than ever, we all need to be fearless. We are literally in this together. And the choices we make, both collectively and individually, will make a strong, lasting impact. I know I am able to stand here tonight because of the work and sacrifices made by those before me. I stand here proudly as an openly HIV positive man who is undetectable. I'm able to be me because of you. I'm able to stand here because of the way that you paved. I'm humbled, but more than that, I am invigorated to never, ever give up and never, ever be silent. Thank you, Lambda Legal, for this honor. Thank you for this night. Good night.